All right, so it looks like Palantir stock is getting the pullback that we've been talking about. It's currently about 3:50 p.m., so we have 10 minutes left in the session, and Palantir is down over 2%. It's at $42.40 after hitting a low on the day of $41.50. So we have to break down the charts, my thoughts, where I see Palantir stock going in the short term. But first, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. And you also get $30 free in cash with a $100 deposit. And for now, your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY. All the details, guys, are right on the screen right here. Make sure to get your money, link down below, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's talk about what's going on with Palantir, the charts, what I'm looking to do, and again, where I see Palantir going in the short term. So, like I said, we're about now 7 minutes away from close. We're in the final minutes here of the session, and Palantir is down over 2%. And at one point, we were down, let's see here, guys, I think like 4%. Yeah, over 4%. We're talking 4.5% is what we were down at about, let's see, 10:30 a.m. when we got down to $41.50. So if you guys have been watching my channel, we've been talking about this, right? We all expected this, maybe not all of us, but if you've been watching the channel, I've been putting this on your radar, right? Palantir is just overbought. Let's be honest. In the short term, it's gone up way too much. We hit $44, I think, and 60 cents. Was that yesterday or the trading day before that? Either way, we got way too hot, way too fast, and we were calling out the pullback, right? In fact, you guys probably remember we were talking about this channel that Palantir was in. It was trading sideways for a couple of days. And look at this. We ended up dumping under a critical support. And I told you guys in my video yesterday, I believe, we have resistance at about 44, 44.50 and support at about $42.50. And I told you guys, look, if we fall through 42.50, which has held over the last 2 days, then we might slip even further. In this case, we did slip further. We got down to 41.50, but clearly now you guys can see we've recovered back over 42. And actually, it looks like we're about to close in 5 minutes at $42 and about 40 to 50 cents, which is actually pretty ideal for the bulls, right? We got out of this channel in the morning as we dumped down 4 or 5%. But now we're back in it. Now we've recovered and we're back in this horizontal channel, which is good for the bulls, right? And now the $1 million question is, guys, is this little rally that we've seen off the low today, is this a bull trap or is this a legitimate rally? I wouldn't be too excited here for, a breakout or a continuation towards $44 quite yet. I wouldn't get too excited for that because this could very well dump right under $42 again. Maybe we test 41.50 at some point tomorrow or later this week. So don't get, too excited. Obviously, do what you want, do your own research, trade at your own risk, whatever. But I wouldn't be surprised if Palantir did go back to test the lows from today. I don't know. Call me crazy. Obviously, I'm still long. I'm a bull. I own the shares. But I'm also living in reality, guys, where, this stock just got way too hot, way too fast. And we've been talking about a pullback. And now it seems like on the 4-hour time frame here, we are coming down towards the 50 moving average. We held it actually earlier today at about 41.50 here. So that's where it might bottom out at. It might go back to test that point. What would be ideal would be if we did test 41.50 tomorrow again, or at some point in the near term. What would be ideal would be if we got a nice bounce off that level again, pretty much reiterating it or holding it again as a key support level. that'd be ideal. Maybe a double bottom breakout could be forming. If we came down, tested 41.50 again and popped, that'd be a good sign for the bulls. But also keep in mind, man, you never know if this thing falls through the 50 moving average, which I don't necessarily think it will. But to play devil's advocate here, if it does, we might be going right down to the mid-high 30s again, which that would be a very sizable, pretty healthy pullback overall. If it were to come down hypothetically to $36, $37 right by this moving average on the 4-hour chart, that'd be a 15% pullback from the top, right? Not too crazy at the end of the day. And I think that dip would get bought up if we did get down to the mid-high 30s, which again, I don't necessarily think it's going to unless we get an overall crash or a bigger sell-off in the stock market as a whole. But yeah, keep that on your radar here in the short term, guys. As again, we are seeing a little bit of weakness here. And of course, we'll do another update tomorrow. We'll break down, how the stock does tomorrow. And, we'll see what it does. As of now, again, we are trading in this sideways channel, and we'll take it for what it is. But like I said, if we gap under 42 at some point tomorrow, keep an eye on that move for, a down move to 41.50, maybe even lower. That's the reality right now. And it doesn't change what I'm doing. I'm still holding. I'm not necessarily buying more. I'm not selling. I'm just holding on to what I got right now. And Palantir, which I'm very comfortable doing that, considering I'm up 100% on my position. Pretty nice. I think a lot of you guys are up even more than that, which kudos to you. That's awesome. But when you have that big of a gain built in, you have the luxury of being able to wait it out. You can wait it out. You have a lot of gains already baked in. You're chilling, right? You can just hold it out and relax. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. So, yeah, we're down a bit in the midst of a red day. I mean, we're about to close in 30 seconds right now, and it looks like the S&P 500 is down 0.75%, seeing a nice pullback, which this also needed a pullback, the S&P, after hitting all-time highs literally yesterday, right? So we're getting that pullback in SPY, the S&P 500. Triple Q's down 1.4%. This is also pulling down after hitting a multi-week high yesterday. We hit close to $500 here on Triple Q. There goes the bell. Boom. There goes the bell, guys. So, yeah, Triple Q went down officially 1.3 to 1.4% on the day, but still very much holding an uptrend still. Nobody's denying that. The Russell went up barely, which it was up a lot more earlier in the day, but we did get a second half sell-off here in the second half of the day. So the Russell pretty much broke even. The Dow went down 0.75% after hitting all-time highs. It looks like this morning, we hit all-time highs again this morning on the Dow at 43,200, and we sold off from there, which I think the Dow and the S&P were screaming for a pullback. Both of them were overbought. Now we're getting it, and, we might come down a little more. Who knows, right? But for now, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. We're almost at 50,000 subs. And make sure to hit that like button. And shout out to all of you guys that have joined the Patreon, where I'm building out my private portfolio. You get access to the Discord. You get my charts and ideas throughout the week, plus more access to me, guys, for a small monthly fee. Check out the Patreon down below. Again, the biggest piece of value, I guess you can say, is that portfolio. You get to see how I'm building my actual portfolio with real money, all of the transactions, and the performance against the S&P 500, which we're crushing it this year so far, guys. So check it out. Link down below, or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, or not Moomoo, /Patreon, get your Moomoo stocks as well, guys. I screwed that up big time. But all the links are down below. I'll catch you guys later.